What if the real threat isn't the villain? What if the person we're rooting for is actually the most dangerous person in the story? In most K-dramas, heroes fight for justice. They protect the innocent. They stop evil. But in these dramas, the hero doesn't just stop evil. They become something worse. Today, we're counting down 5 K-dramas where the hero is more dangerous than the villain. And by the end of this list, you might start questioning who the real monster is. Let's begin. 5. Vincenzo. Vincenzo Casano isn't your typical protagonist. He's calm, intelligent, refined, but he's also a mafia consigliere trained in brutality. The villains in this drama are corrupt executives who abuse power and hide behind money. Vincenzo doesn't expose them politely. He humiliates them, psychologically dismantles them, and when necessary, he destroys them completely. He doesn't believe in mercy. He believes in balance through fear. And what makes him terrifying isn't just his intelligence. It's how easily he crosses the line. To him, cruelty is simply a tool, and he uses it better than anyone else. 4. The glory. Revenge doesn't always require violence. Sometimes it requires patience. Moon Dong-yoon is not physically intimidating. She doesn't throw punches or carry weapons. Instead, she studies her enemies. She memorizes their weaknesses. She waits. The villains in this story were cruel bullies, but Dong-yoon becomes colder than they ever were. She doesn't just hurt them. She carefully dismantles their lives piece by piece. Friendships collapse. Reputations crumble. Secrets explode. And she watches it all unfold without emotion. Her weapon isn't strength. It's precision. And precision can be far more deadly. 3. Taxi driver. What happens when someone loses faith in the justice system? They create their own. Kim Do-ji works for a secret organization that delivers revenge to victims who were ignored by the law. The criminals he targets are undeniably evil, but the way he punishes them is calculated and merciless. He abducts them, forces them to confront their crimes, makes them experience fear the way their victims did. He doesn't simply arrest wrongdoers. He breaks them, and the line between justice and cruelty becomes blurry. Because when you fight monsters long enough, you risk becoming one. 2. Strangers from Hell. This story is about transformation. Yoon Jong-woo begins as an ordinary man trying to survive in a hostile environment. But constant psychological pressure changes him. Isolation, fear, manipulation. Little by little, something inside him starts to fracture. The people around him are disturbing and dangerous. But what makes this drama terrifying is watching the protagonist slowly lose himself. By the end, you're no longer sure who crossed the line first. The villains may have lit the match, but the hero becomes the wildfire. And once that fire spreads, there's no going back. 1. My Name. Some heroes are driven by justice. Yoon Ji-woo is driven by rage. After losing her father, she enters the world of organized crime and later infiltrates the police force. Her mission is simple: revenge. But revenge has a cost. She fights like someone who has already lost everything. She trusts no one, feels nothing except anger. The villains are ruthless criminals, but Ji-woo is relentless. She doesn't hesitate. She doesn't forgive. And she doesn't stop. Her determination makes her stronger than her enemies. But it also makes her more dangerous. Because once revenge becomes your identity, there's nothing left to hold you back. So here's the question. When a hero uses fear, violence, and destruction to win, are they still a hero? Or are they simply the final boss in someone else's story? If you enjoy dark, intense, no-mercy K-dramas, like this video. Subscribe for more brutal action lists.